summer of 2024 then has been a 928 disaster. We've had multiple breakdowns, and then this happened, in case you haven't been following. But are we downhearted? No, we're absolutely not. I love this car, and honestly, it is in great condition now. With the fixed ignition tumbler and all the work that Matt has done at Collector Car Services in Danbury, it's running like an absolute dream. And come on guys, let's be honest, the 928 is the coolest thing in the world. So we're on our way right now to get it fixed, hopefully. I still don't know what the insurance company is going to say, and that's not YouTube building it up clickbait nonsense. I don't know, but hopefully by the end of this video, in fact we will by the end of this video, because I'm not going to release it unless we know that this car has been fixed or the insurance company has said something else. But that's the journey I'm going to take you on in this video, is where I've got to so far, and then we'll take you beyond that in this video, hopefully to where it's fixed or being fixed or something like that. So, the journey I've been on is one of just extreme care, because my ultimate goal in life for this car is for it not to be scrapped. Honestly, I'll be damned if it's scrapped for a little fender bender like that. And the key problem here has been how much it's going to cost versus its value. Now this car, you will remember, has an agreed value of around 12,000 bucks. It's what I paid for the car. And I had been in touch a couple of months before the accident with my broker to say I want to increase the value, and the broker said to me, well, you need to get an appraiser to look at it, and I hadn't got round to doing that, and then wallop, somebody went into the side of me. So that's the first lesson of my debacle here, is make sure you get your car at an agreed value. Now the reason I'm with this current insurance company is because they're really good. I've had claims with them before which have not been my fault on other cars, and they have been fabulous. They have given me a rental car. They've taken care of everything without me having to lift a finger. And this has an agreed value. Okay, I set that too low. But it's also a policy that allows me to use this car as much or as little as I like. So there's no agreed mileage on it. There's no, oh, you're only allowed to use it on high days and holidays. I get agreed value, I get great service, and I can use it when I like. So there are advantages to using the insurance company that I do, and I've got my homeowners or contents and buildings insurance, as we call it in the UK, with them as well. Now people have said to me you should go with Haggerty here in the US, and in fact millions of people have said that I should go with Haggerty, and I think they've got to make a very good point. Honestly, I really do. There are lots and lots of benefits to going with Haggerty. Agreed value, one of which is also something they called treasured salvage, such that you pay, I think, a little bit of money on top of your premium every year, and that if your car is written off, you can buy the car. It's either free or because you paid it within your premium, or it's a very tiny amount. So bear that in mind for you. If that works for you, you should think about Haggerty Insurance. And I think there are other benefits as well, about Haggerty Drivers Club and things like that. I'm not advertising any insurance company here. I'm not sponsored by anyone, and I never will be, because my real job is an insurance guy, and I'm not going to start to be sponsored by insurance companies because I don't want to be seen to be biased or anything like that. Anyway, my journey starts with the low value of this car, and when you bear in mind where I live, despite this obvious Texan accent, I live in Connecticut, southwestern Connecticut, the bottom of Connecticut, the closest to New York that you can get in Connecticut, somewhere called Fairfield County. And a lot of wealthy people live in Fairfield County. Alas, I'm not at the upper end of that. you can tell by the fact that I'm driving a 12 grand 928. But the effect of that is there are lots and lots of people with money, and there are lots and lots of people with very expensive cars. If you follow me on Instagram, and you should, by the way, because I post a lot more about this car and my journey on it in advance and in more detail of what I post on here on YouTube. But if you follow me on there, you'll see lots and lots of very expensive cars, because I'm always out at various car events. You'll see Veyrons, you'll see Ferraris, you'll see all sorts of things, high-end Porsches, lots and lots of things. The effect of that is that the community set up around them is also very expensive. And what I've learned is that the body shop game is a bit of a racket, and you've got to find somebody who's really, really honest and who just is decent with people, rather than people who are doing a good job for sure but charge a small fortune. That's the second lesson. Find trusted people. Matt, I'm talking about you at Collector Car Services. There is nobody more honest and trustworthy than Matt. There is nobody who looks after his customers more than Matt, and that's why I stick with him, because he's bloody brilliant. But what I haven't had until now, I haven't had the need for, is a really good body shop guy. So I went to a few people, and lots of people were stupid expensive. One guy I was with for 30 seconds, and you've seen the damage. I've been putting it up on the screen here. You know, okay, there's things there that need taking care of, but it's not a very complicated thing to take care of. One guy I was with for 30 seconds, and he looked at it and he said that's 14 grand's worth of damage. And I thought to myself, well, that's a very specific number that you've come up with in 30 seconds. And it's also worth more than the 12 grand that this car is insured for. Now, he would have probably done me a favour or something, I don't know. We probably could have got it done, but I didn't want to take the risk of putting something out there, having an insurance appraiser coming down and looking at it, and it being on the knife edge of whether this car gets written off or not. So here's the third lesson. I don't know how many I've got through now. You have to engage the insurance company at the moment you know that the work can be done within the value of the car. Now here's another fourth thing. The law in Connecticut is such that when the cost of the damage exceeds 75% of the value of the car, the insurance company can write it off by law. So there you go, that's not in fact 12 grand I've got, it's in fact 8 grand I've got. It makes you wonder why you're paying your premium and not 75% of it, if that's the case. Mind you, they probably wouldn't pay me 12 grand, they wouldn't just pay me the 8 grand if they were going to write it off. So there we go. So what I decided to do, and I should have done this right at the beginning, and this is the reason I'm in the car on quite a long journey, I've decided to come back to Benny at GGM in Draycote, Massachusetts. Now Draycote, Massachusetts is in northern Massachusetts, and I said I'm in the south part of Connecticut. America being a big old place, it looks about that big on the map, but it's a 3.5 hour journey, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I took it, and this is the second time I've been up, because I wanted to go up and see Benny first, talk to him about it, and before I engaged the insurance company. Bear in mind, lesson number 3 was it? Engage the insurance company when you think you know you can get the job done for the value of the car. Now Benny did the work on the back of this car when I resprayed the back strip there and put all the stickers in there for me, and he did a fabulous job. And what's more, he's a really nice bloke. And the last time I went up there just to get this looked at, this damage on the door, he was fabulous, really nice guy, and I thought to myself, well, I've found the guy that I need to do this. And he said to me, oh yeah, we can get that done. So we're about to find out. Now the other part of this is that this door on this side, get my finger in the picture, is made of aluminium. aluminium. Aluminium's really tricky to work with, and we decided that it's better to find a replacement door. So we're actually on our way. Henry, my son, in our Ford Explorer is in front of me, and we're going to go and pick up a door on the way from the famous James Izzo. Now, if you are a 928 enthusiast in the US, James is a great resource. He breaks 928s. He's a friend to the community, and that's another reason why I'll be damned if I let this car be total, because the community is small, tight-knit, and I really enjoy it, honestly. And I'll be damned if I let this car be total. I think it's my duty to save it, honestly. And if I can't get this car, if the insurance won't pay for it, I'll withdraw the claim. And honestly, I'll find a way of doing it myself. I'm not going to say how hard can it be, because it's going to be really hard, but that's what I'm going to do. So there we are. So I'm going to pick the door up. We're going to go and see Benny, and then we're going to engage the insurance company, and we're going to see if they approve it. I think they will, but let's see where we get to. All right, let's do that. I mean, you can have a 911 if you want one. Just saying.
Where?
So this, ladies and gentlemen, is James Izzo. The famous James Izzo. Am I the only one that calls you the famous James Izzo? More people should call you the famous James Izzo.
All right, I'll take it.
I think. Now, James is wearing a t-shirt, which means I don't have to put a link up on the screen. But this man here is a linchpin, a cornerstone of the 928 community. And this is Nicholas. Hi, Nicholas.
Hi.
So we're going to do, hopefully, a video at some later stage showing you what James does. But James has given me some parts to go on my own 928, which are now in the back of our Ford Explorer over there. Yep. And James, hopefully we'll come back and have a chat and take people through, because I think it's really important, actually, that, you know, for the sake of keeping this community together, you know, we're a small band of brothers here. You're a big part of it, and I'd love to show people that. So more to come. More to come.
I'm ready.
Okay. That's good. That is good. Benny.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
Well, thank you. What did you have to do to get that enormous dent out? You had to weld into it and pull it out? Is that
correct? Yeah.
Is that so? You were sort of welding into the side there and just.
And we pulled it out on the frame machine. Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
pulled it out. Got all the damage out of the lock pillar.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because it was all creased here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool.
That's just water from being washed.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we found James Izzo gave me a new door.
Yep.
Did that give you any bother? Is that difficult?
There was a lot of old filler.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Problem.
But you got through it.
We got through it. Yep.
Yeah.
And we blended that fender right there. Got the nice color match.
So you've resprayed
the whole side of the car.
The whole side of the car.
Yes.
So that's quite good, really, because you did also the rear bumper a few months back, which is just a brilliant job. I mean, those new stickers you put on for me are just
Came out great.
Oh, it came out really well. So we've resprayed all of this. So I guess all we need to do now is
we're gonna have to smash up this side.
So we'll have to do that. So what was it like pulling it out on the other side? Was that hard?
It was. I mean,
it was a regular thing for you.
It's regular stuff.
Did it take long?
2 days.
Oh, really?
Pull it out and get it into primer.
And you have to hit it as well with a hammer and things like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got the right guys doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure, no question. I mean, you did this perfectly, and the colour matches really well as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We are back in business. You know, I had real worries that this car was going to be made a total loss by the insurance company.
Yeah.
And, you know, thanks to you, it hasn't.
It has.
and thank you.
Yeah, no
I'm
problem at
really,
all.
really
Yeah,
grateful.
we work well with all the insurance companies.
Yeah.
You know, and everything is give and take and
Yeah, but
big negotiations.
it's
all
nice
the
to deal
time.
with people who are just honest and not trying to sort of fleece the insurance company.
Correct. Yeah.
And I've still got an eye on the customer, you know.
Exactly.
And I found that throughout all of this, that wasn't the case, honestly.
Yeah.
It was about making money for them. So I'm really grateful
Yeah.
here at GGM. And I'm going to put the link in the description, guys, so that you can see where to find Benny and get access to his work, because
Doesn't matter if you drive an 88 Civic or a 24 Mercedes.
yeah, that's really
Doesn't
cool.
matter. We treat the cars the same no matter.
Yeah, and you get the personal service. Benny owns the business. Him and his wife run it here, and I'm so happy that I came to you. Honestly, I really am, and I genuinely was worried that we would lose this car, and I thought over my dead body, honestly. We enjoy this in our family so much, this car. So, all right.
And I appreciate the business. And
Oh, thank
for
you.
the opportunity.
No, of course, Benny, of course. And you've done a great job, and you did the last time. Well, look, there we are. The story ended well. I was really worried, as I said just now to Benny, that it would not end well. But here we are, and I can't wait to drive it home again and enjoy it. And get on with the other stuff that we talked about. You know, we've got the second part of our dyno visit to come now. I've got to get those injectors and the new mass airflow sensor fitted, so join me for that. This show is back on the road. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. But we're back on the road. Woo!